have two exterior spigots on the outside of my house. One on this side and then one on the opposite side. The one on the opposite side gets mediocre pressure, whereas this one gets a ridiculous amount of pressure.
You get to drink from the fire hose!
And I blew through more hoses than I care to count before I finally figured out why. The water splits off from the city at this little junction right here in the front of my house. And it goes underneath the ground all the way to the side of the house. All right, so the water main actually enters the house underground into my basement right near where this spigot is. But to get a better picture of things, we really need to go inside. All right, we're here inside my lovely basement, and the water comes in right here, goes up this pipe, and then right there splits off to the outside faucet. Then the rest of the water goes through this pipe. This is the valve that I would use to shut off the water if I was going to work on something or if I'm going on vacation. Then it goes through the pressure reducing valve. And the purpose of this is to reduce the pressure from the water as it comes in from the city to a level that is more acceptable for the rest of your home. Usually that's under 80 psi. Then it goes out to the rest of your house. So because this line that goes out to the spigot on the outside is hitting before the pressure regulating valve, that spigot is getting the full force of the city water pressure. And of course, right now, my dogs have decided to wrestle upstairs. It's being really loud up here, you know. A little while ago, I hooked up a pressure gauge to this outside faucet just to see how strong the water coming in from the city is. And it's been reading about 140 psi, which is way too much for your house. Just for reference, the spigot on the other side of my house that splits off after the PRV is only at 75 psi. Now, the reason why the water comes to your house at that level of pressure is because it's not actually all about your house. It's also about things like fire hydrants, which need that level of pressure so that the fire hoses can work properly. There are a few things you can do to try to fix this problem if you want. You could install an additional pressure reducing valve on that line that leads back out to that particular faucet. There's also pressure reducers that you can put on the actual spigot itself. That might help. Or if you're like me and you really like to have that level of pressure on occasion, then you can just get the biggest, baddest, strongest hose you can pay money for. It will cost you a little bit more, but for me, that's been the perfect solution.